On a day when most people would stay safely indoors, Bryant decided to challenge himself by hiking a rugged mountain trail. Thick clouds gathered overhead, and a brisk wind whistled through the pines. Even as the first rumbles of thunder echoed, he pressed on. He had always believed that adversity could bring out the best in him. He carefully navigated steep, slippery rocks, the storm intensifying with each step. Rain began to fall, making the trail slick. Yet felt a powerful sense of focus amidst the whipping wind. Nature's raw energy reminded him of the adrenaline he once felt on the basketball court, facing down the toughest opponents. Nearing a ridge, he paused to catch his breath. That's when he heard it, a faint whimper carried by the gusts of wind. At first, he thought it might be a trick of his imagination. Another clap of thunder startled him, followed by a second, more desperate cry. Intrigued and concerned, began searching for the source. He found a narrow pathway leading to a rocky overlook. As he carefully peered over the edge, he spotted a dog huddled among jagged boulders, trembling in fear. Lightning illuminated the scene, revealing blood on the animal's hind leg. The dog looked up at him, its eyes reflecting pain and silent pleas for help. Mindful that climbing down could be treacherous, scanned the rocky face for a safe approach. The rain pounded harder, turning the stones slick and unforgiving. Nevertheless, he inched his way down, digging his boots into every foothold. Each slip risked a dangerous fall, yet the dog's forlorn whimpers urged him on. At last, he reached the small ledge where the dog lay. Its fur was soaked and matted with mud. Seeing the dog tried to stand but yelped in pain, collapsing. Gently, he placed a comforting hand on the animal's back, murmuring reassuring words through the howling wind. Realized that simply comforting the dog wouldn't be enough. It needed urgent care. He fashioned a makeshift splint, using spare bandages from his hiking pack and a sturdy branch. The dog whimpered, but allowed him to bind its wounded leg. In that moment, something about the dog's trust reminded him of the loyalty and support he shared with teammates. Once secured, he attempted to lift the dog. The added weight and slick footing amplified the risk, but giving up never crossed his mind. His arms strained as he slowly began the upward climb. Thunder boomed, and a fierce gust nearly took his footing. Taking a deep breath, he summoned the same mental resilience that had carried him through countless high-stakes games. With the dog cradled carefully, inched back up the ledge. Each step felt like a battle against the elements. Rain pelted his face, thunder roared overhead, and sharp rocks threatened to slip beneath him. Yet the dog's trembling body and faint yelps drove him forward. After what felt like an eternity, he made it to safer ground. The animal shivered in his arms, but a weak wag of its tail revealed hope. Felt a wave of relief course through him. They were still far from complete safety, but the hardest climb was behind them. Shelter or rescue would be the next priority. Scanning the terrain, noticed a shallow cave not far up the path. Carefully, he carried the dog inside, away from the relentless rain. The cave was dark and humid, yet offered a crucial reprieve from the raging storm. He dried the dog's fur as best he could and checked the makeshift splint. Watching the dog's chest rise and fall, he felt an unmistakable sense of calm wash over him. In that dripping cave, the chaos of the world receded for a moment, replaced by an unspoken bond. Kindness sometimes demanded sacrifice, but the result, a renewed spark of life in a vulnerable creature, was worth every risk. Hours later, as dawn broke, the storm subsided. Kobe emerged from the cave, carrying the dog carefully. He used his phone to call for assistance, guiding rescuers to their location on the mountain's lower slopes. When help arrived, he placed the dog into gentle hands, ensuring it would get proper medical attention. For Kobe, the experience underscored what he had always believed. True greatness isn't just measured by trophies or records, but by the heart we lend to those in need, even when no spotlight shines on us. As he watched the rescue team depart, he felt a new layer of empathy for life's fragile connections.
He was a remarkable athlete and a profoundly kind individual who showed us compassion transcends all boundaries. We honor his memory. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.